Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Elana Haven deck. I've seen it peak a little bit lately and it is a pretty crazy fun deck with its stat lines. So I haven't really changed much since the last time we looked at this deck almost a month ago, but it is still pretty solid with the Sacred Pleas, Blackened Scriptures, all the extra healing techs, the Elanas obviously, the Tenkos which are just for crazy amounts of value, especially if you can proc them along with the Beast Call turns. Heavenly Aegis because it does gain a boost and it is a great finisher, and other than that, you know, you got your priests and whatnot to throw in there. Don't really need to deal with neutrals, so they're really good at the moment, and hopefully you guys will enjoy these games, so we'll get right into them. Alrighty, the first game is against Haven. We have a couple Haven games and a Forest game, which just have some interesting cool heals and things like that. Nothing too flashy. So early mulligans, looking for anything kind of good, you know. Mosaics aren't the best for the waters, you know. You want those kind of mid-game when you can proc them. The Beast Call's really good, the Sacred Pleas are really good. Healing Angel's an alright card, and other than that, maybe Priest if you are going second. And of course, mulligan for those Elanas and Prison Princesses work out well as well. So, mirror pretty much, they play, we play. Just mirror them out all the way through as much as we kind of can. But they go double beast. Such a pain in the ass means they're going to pretty much flood us. So, decide to play the Healing Angel, put something on board, contest their Beast Call. Hopefully get a little damage in while we can. Unfortunately, Blackened Scripture does take out the Healing Angel for little to no value on my end. The fortunate part though, the Priest getting double value. Pretty easily dealing with this. Nothing too complex, you know. Priest is a great little card. Banishes anything in a low stat range, great for dealing with last word sort of followers, and a great way to clear off boards. And of course, their Holy Flame Tiger. But we got our turn 5 Radiance Angel or some combo of other cards. We have got lots of options. I like having options. And of course we draw the Elena's Prayer, which means the Holy Flame Tiger is a great thing to evolve here because we can combo the Elana Prayer and the Healing Angel into next turn, giving ourselves a nice boost. Can't really go wrong giving a nice boost. Unfortunately the Decree completely destroying any chance I had at dealing with anything nice. But we decided to take it anyway, just to get it out there. If it's out early enough, then when we do get our Tenkos or other sort of healing cards, then we can just play them out, gain their stats, and then just ram them to the face. Unfortunately, they go pretty crazy with their summonings, making our life a little more difficult. That's okay, we have Tribunal and Prism. Probably not the right order to play them, but I play them like this anyway, hoping that Prism can hit one of those three good things. Hits the only bad one on the board. So we've got to hope we can make a little bit of a comeback here, board-wise, which with Haven isn't too hard. Gabriel giving themselves a nice little boost. And Decree, the perfect draw, exactly what we needed to deal with this board. And just throwing the Sacred out because we don't really have anything else, so we may as well do that. And they're pretty much dominating me at this point. There isn't much I can do. I can heal out of range, try and survive, put the Elanas on board so that I have some decent statted followers, and hopefully just survive. And they go for their Candelabra, obviously looking to proc whatever they can whenever they can. Unfortunately, we get rid of that, and we have a half decent build with this Radiance Angel. We get the double boosts from the Elana, plus the heal keeps us out of range of lethal. Double Elana is just crazy when you can pull it off. Especially if you do manage to pull it off in an early game. Tenko coming in as the best card right now. We can heal up to and deal some damage. And gain a monstrous amount of stat lines. I mean, a 10-7, 8-6, and 8-9, what do you do against that? They need to draw into some form of 3 damage, which fortunately they don't and concede, but pretty crazy plays with the healing. Our next matchup is against Forest, a pretty quick one that doesn't require too much, luckily. Starting off with probably a really good hand. I mean, the Sacred and the Prism is great, and the Rabbit Healer is a good way to stay out of range of things and proc Elana if we need to later. So why not? And of course we draw Elana. Perfect. Now we've actually got a pretty good curve. No need to really play much. But the Beast Call, making our curve even better. And we can actually play Elana out without any worry. I mean, what would they have? But I do decide to go for Prism instead, just because of Elana. Actually not sure why I went with Prism there. I think mainly I wanted to deal with these fairies, so I had something to contest them so they can't build up too much, but it was probably the wrong move. The Elena's Prayer would have been better, especially since we have double Rabbit. I could have then played them a lot earlier. But this worked out okay. I mean, the Elana with the Beast Call, with another Elana and the Rabbit will be an absolutely crazy amount of stats. And should give us some good benefits. Giving us some great power right now. That little birdie going up. Pretty much can ignore the 1-1. It's not a real big threat. And we have plenty of healing going into the next turn. More than enough to deal some really serious damage. Having a Medusa type effect, getting into my 6-6, which is kind of sad, but the 6-5 does get to remain. And now even better, getting the Rabbit, the Mosaic, and having the chance to go into a 3rd healing card if we do get lucky. Unfortunately, I don't believe we do get lucky, but worth the shot. In Scripture, being a fine banish. Putting them to 4, they go into H and Elf. Not 100% sure why they just conceded here. I'm guessing because I could easily just play anything and clear the Elf without too much trouble. And our final matchup is another Haven match. Grandmaster Havens, everywhere today. We do get to go 2nd, which with this deck isn't as bad. We do drop this entire hand aiming for something else, mainly looking for an Elana so we can put on the early pressure. Fortunately, the Prism does give us a chance at drawing Elana, but it's not high because we do have a few other amulets in the deck, because Haven just has such good amulets that even when you're running Elana, you want to be running other amulets. But the double Prism is pretty good. The odds of us drawing an Elana goes up a bit. Nothing else to play, unfortunately. It made it fairly difficult for me to actually do anything. But the Prism does get to be played. Why not? I mean, what are they going to use as a trade material, really? So we have got turn 6 Decree, we've also got options in the way of Priest, which will go 2 for 1 pretty easily and only leave the 2-1 on board. I don't mind the Priest too much, he's a really great card. I hate coming up against him, but when you're using him, he just feels so good. You can nearly always guarantee that 2 for 1. Sometimes even a 3 for 1 when you're getting decent value out of it. So, we don't really have any way to deal with this, unfortunately. I mean, the Black Inscription does the job, but it's not really that beneficial. But it will probably be a Prism and Blacken just so we can easily deal with both cards. And draw out more amulets. Like I said, not the way I'd like to deal with this, but the only way I really had the option to do. We're also down 10 health, so we're at a hell of a disadvantage at the moment, especially going up against this deck. They seem to be just kind of flooding as much as they can. Luckily, I realized that, you know, with all those 3s coming out, we should be able to easily contest that with our Decree. I mean, they're only going to be able to attack with, what, 2 of the cards, and get maybe 3 damage off another, so as long as we can heal up in the next couple turns, we will be pretty safe. But Valerial been an absolute pain, as always. Valerial does create some interesting uptrades and interesting damage. Not much I can do against this. Do decide to drop the Tribunal though. Whatever it hits is okay. I mean, they're not going to have lethal next turn regardless of what they play. They'd need some really outrageous comboing, but their board will probably fill up anyway. And now, as long as I keep out of range, I should be pretty alright. Fortunately, those double healing draws were really good. And the Radiance Angel trade ends up being pretty fine. I mean, we get a 5-5 total in the end. And they're going to be having about, what, 3 card summons with no evolve point to use. Filling their whole board. Making Decree pretty much perfect. I mean, all my amulets will proc next turn. I can deal 5 damage, clear out the board, use the healing. You know, we've got plenty of options because we're going to have Tribunal go off first, Beast Call summon 2, draw 2, leaves our board with only the 2 amulets left and the 2 followers, so we'll have 1 space free for a Healing Angel. Unfortunately, we get even better draws. So I do decide just to throw that. Probably not the best way, but it worked. It did the job. Plus, the healing does put us back to 14 and put us in the lead, so we have swung this game right back around to ram them straight in the face. Unfortunately, they do concede. And so that pretty much sums up the Healing Haven decks. The Elana decks are pretty crazy at the moment. I mean, you get those awesome swing games. It's very rare that you're not able to come back from a losing position unless you have a really bad hand. I'm running things like Temple Defender because they act really nicely against bad aggros and forest decks and anything else that has those really early 1-drop pressures. And then everything from mid-game is just good value. Not much that you can really say about that. The White Swan's one of the few cards that you could probably swap out for something else, but I found having at least one of it does a good job, especially if you are wanting to heal up your board as well as yourself. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, you'll find the deck list in the description below. You can hit the like button and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya!